we're going to look at what are careers and what are jobs and how do you define them, right? So if we're first starting off, right, defining a career, right? A career is something long-term pursuit, right? It's a long-term pursuit of lifelong ambitions, goals, and experiences in a particular profession or occupation. This one, it often is like continuously learning, right? If you go to a job as like an engineer, right? Every single day you're learning something new. Every single day you're solving a different problem. And professional growth, right? You can keep on going up the ladder, right? You might start off as a junior level, right? And then you go up top and now you're a senior level and now you're mentoring the people that were behind you, right? The people that are now junior level, right? You can grow. Now a job, right? A job is a specific position of employment for a fixed period, right? Often with a particular set of tasks and responsibilities, right? It's generally viewed as a means to earn income without a long-term commitment, right? A job would be maybe working as working as like a retail store or a grocery store, unless that's something you are passionate about and you see yourself going there long term. People usually do that to earn just an income, right? Or people do that just to have fun, right? People, when they get like retired and stuff like that, they like to work out like certain shops, like certain coffee shops, certain retail stores, certain like that, just to have a means of like communicating with people, making people smile, things like that, right? Some people, but in you guys' case, a job, that's basically a job, right? Those type of things would be a job in your case because you guys don't want to do that for the rest of your lives. The difference between careers and job, right? I just break it down to this. One of them to me is long-term and one of them to me is short-term, right? Short-term is if something else comes to me, I'm leaving. I'm leaving this job. Long-term means if something else does come to me, I could think about leaving it, but I don't know if I would able to leave it, right? A long-term, right? A short-term is like I work at a retail job, and like someone came to me and said, "Hey, do you want to? I have like maybe a welding degree, a welding job, or like maybe an engineering job for you." You're gonna leave that within a heartbeat, right? Now a long-term, it takes like people. You won't move for a short-term job. Right? Some people now, after they finish college, right, they move to different states because that's where their job is at, right? So you would move for a long term knowing that you would get a paid amount of this much, you would have a stability job, right? When short term, if they tell you, hey, we're hiring in McDonald's in Indianapolis, would you move for that? No, because it just doesn't make sense. Right? Now, when a long term, you would move for that because you see different benefits that you would get from there. You see something that you can do for long term. You see you can keep on moving up the ladder and get paid more and more and more. So jobs are often short term and focus on immediate tasks, right? So if you work at a retail, right, they're not thinking about like they're not thinking if you're a cashier for that day, they're not thinking about what you're going to be selling next week. They're thinking about what you're going to be selling today, right? Now, a long term job, although you're designing the phone here right now, right, they already have the requirements for you. Next, you're still thinking about what should we put on the phone next year, right? It's a constant, every single time you're always thinking about it. You're constantly thinking about your job because that's what it revolves around. Short term, you clock in, you clock out, and you don't care about it again, right? Continuous learning, right? Although you leave school, you're going to always have to keep on learning, and that's a good thing. Right? Continuously learning makes you smarter, right? Makes you see from different people's paths, right? You can't really learn at a short-term job, but at a long-term you can learn because now you're collaborating with other people, right? You're sitting at a table with people who are smarter than you, people who went to different schools, people who came from different places around the world, right? Now, if I'm working at a McDonald's, yeah, people come from different places around the world, but did they take their degree here, right? What I learned at UW is different than what you may learn at University of Texas or University of California or USD or USC, right? All the schools are not the exact same. They're not going to teach you the exact same. So that's why you come and collaborate after they hire you, right? You can learn, oh, I was taught this, we can do this, and you collaborate to do the thing, right? To do the best as you can for the job. Now, it's also something that you also like, right? So when you think about a long-term job, don't just think about it as of money and stuff like that, right? Think about it as of something that you want to do long term, something you'll be happy with, something you'll be okay with going there every single morning, right? It's not like a hassle to you, right? So careers often align with personal passions and values, right? Jobs may be just something you need immediately. Like, right, I need a job, I need money, right? That's what you think about, right? Now, a lot of you guys, FAFSA, right? A lot of you guys, we talked about academic. I just wanted to add this in here, right? This is the bridge between education, right, and going to the real world, right? There's some debt that's going to be left there, right? There's debt and there's scholarships and stuff like that, right? A lot of us are, we're eligible for financial aid, right? We're eligible for financial aid, right? It's something that happened. It helps certain people, right? It helps certain people pay for school, right? Some people I know that FAFSA helped them, right? With the help of a couple scholarships, but FAFSA paid a lot of their thing, which helped them focus in school and not have to take a job during school, right? Some people, their parents are more fortunate, and they made a certain higher income, but their parents don't exactly have that much money to pay. Their parents do help them, but they also have to get a full-time job while being a full-time student, right? So what is FAFSA? It's free application for federal student aid. It's just helps you with paying, right? Some things that you need, right? Before you even get started, social security number. Your social security number, your parents' social security number, right? They're gonna ask for that, right? Driver's license maybe, right? Certain things that can verify who you are as a person, right? It's gonna ask about income. So having, I say do this next to your parents, right? Certain things that they know about, like how many dependents they have. You may not know how many dependents, how many people rely on them. Certain things like that. Assets, right? Their houses, what type of houses they have, right? Did they buy anything? Did they have anything in stocks? Do they own like businesses, etc. Right? So knowing these things, sorry, I say have your tax return, right? So it's gonna tell you what tax return you need, knowing that. The school selection, right? I think they allow you up to about 10 schools on there, but right, putting the correct schools on there, right? You don't want to put a school that you know you may not get into. Well, I wouldn't say that, right? You don't want to put a school that you're like, even if I get in there, I won't go, right? Some people, we just apply, just to make ourselves feel happy and stuff like that. But you don't want to just put that on there to schools that are just like you won't go if you know, right? Knowing the deadline, right? Because people submit it after the deadline and they don't get the maximum that they could get, right? The earlier the better is what I say, right? Submitting it the earlier the better, right? So understanding that, right? So I say a lot of people, you could either do it with the person that does your parents' taxes, right? There's some certain questions that get tricky, but a lot of them, it literally tells you, like, it says, look on your tax return on line 3D or 21D or something like that. It literally tells you just got to input that in. Crafting an effective resume, right? So when we're talking about a resume, there's certain things that go on it, right? Plain and simple is the best, right? A lot of people you may see, you can make your own resume. You don't have to pay anyone or something like that, right? A lot of people try to advertise paying people for resume, and they try to make this colorful one that has it has like some dog in a picture, or it has like flowers and stuff like that. Those are examples of bad resumes, I say. Right, so examples of good resumes would be just plain and simple, right? I'll show you guys an effective resume, right? One that allows me to constantly get into pipelines of jobs. But the first thing that you need there, right, is contact details, right? That would be professional email, number, and your LinkedIn profile, right? You don't have to have your address on there, none of those personal information, right? Contact details, professional email, and LinkedIn profile if you need, right? But the contact details is if you apply to it and you got a job, right? How do we contact you if you have that on there, right? You want them to somehow reach back out to you and they see, oh, there's a resume, boom, okay, let's talk to them, right? That's how you want. A phone number as well. Sometimes they may just give you a call, hey, I seen your thing, I'm just wondering if you're interested, if they want like you very fast, right? Okay, some people add an objective statement. I personally don't add objective statement because I have a lot of things on there, right? Objective statement is who you are as a person, right? I'm a motivated student currently at the University of Washington, blah, 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 with a GPA in this. I'm studying in computer science, trying to get a software engineering role, right? That tells when a recruiter or someone sees, oh, what does this person actually want? Like, without them even looking through what the jobs you have done, they could just say, oh, okay, he's looking for this. Do I have this? I don't have it at the table. Oh, I do have this role for him. Let me contact him, right? That's what an objective statement does, right? Education qualifications. I always say that's one thing you need, right? Education, right? Awards you got, right? Academic achievements, right? Some people put their GPA, some people don't. I don't put my GPA as much, right? Because I don't think it relates. Some jobs don't care about GPA, some jobs do. Some jobs may ask you what your GPA is, right? But I say list your school, right? List any scholarships that you're getting right now, and list professional, and list like some classes that relate to the job, right? So if I'm applying to a software engineering job, I'm gonna put I took a course in software, I took a course in coding, or I took a course in math, I took a course in physics, things that relate to it, right? Yeah. Now, work experience, right? You want to have work experience, but so say you guys are young, right? They don't expect you, right, as you're first coming into this job market or this, they don't expect you, say you worked at maybe a retail, like say you worked at a QFC, right? Now, you may wonder, okay, how can that relate to a corporate role or something in the job market, right? I say you do that by, you have to relate it somehow, right? So you have to say what skills you use, right? If you were a cashier, right? Or if you were a cashier, right? You were good with money. You were good with counting. You were good with collaborating. You were good with speaking with one another, right? That's customer service skill. That's communication skill. That's teamwork skills, right? You were good with maybe, right, taking on extra shifts, working hard for your people. No, working hard for the company when the company needed you, right? All these things you can relate to it. You know what I mean? So making sure you put those details on it, right? There's a special place where you put skills, right? Now, there's skills, right? Who knows what soft skills are and who knows what hard skills would be, right? A soft skill would be communication skills, right? Teamwork and collaboration, problem solving, adaptability, time management, attention to detail, leadership, customer focus, empathy, and continuous learning, right? Does that make sense to everyone? Right? It's literally things that you get from working with people. What would be the hard skill for a software engineer? Well, I'm gonna teach you guys what a hard skill is, right? We're gonna look at my resume, right? My resume here, right? Like I said, my Mohamed Kassim, my number, my email, my LinkedIn. Perfect. Now you would look at where I went to school, what I'm getting, right? My expected graduation date, my awards, and the coursework that I'm taking. Very simple. From that, a recruiter or someone can know what this guy is interested in, right? I'm telling them it's computer science. I'm telling them what I took. I'm telling them when I'm graduating as well, right? Tell them what I've already graduated with, right? Now, technical skills. I don't have any soft skills because I don't believe I need to add soft skills, right? As an engineer, you need to have soft skills, but some like human resources, customer service, those things may need more soft skills, right? Me is more of programming languages. Mine is just programming languages, right? I'm proficient in Java, Python, Kotlin, Scala, C and C++, JavaScript, TypeScript, SQL, and I'm familiar with HTML and the CSS. I'm just programming skills because that's what I'm trying to get into, just coding, right? I just want to code. Right, so that's what they look for, right? Another hard skill would be knowing Microsoft Excel, Microsoft PowerPoint, Microsoft Office, certain things like that. My work experience, Atlassian, what I did, software engineer intern. Amazon, software developer intern. STEM instructor and soccer coach, right? I put these last two on there because these two show my soft skills, right? Soccer coach shows that I have leadership, that I have time management, that I can work with others, stuff like that, right? It speaks for itself. Right, work experience speaks for itself, right? Having these, right, collaborated, right? That tells them one of the soft skills already, right? Now, East African Community Service, I was a STEM instructor, right? I told them what I did, coding languages, right? How does that relate? Because I'm trying to be a software developer. Now, leadership and professional development, how do I keep on bettering myself today, right? I'm a career prep fellow, right? I keep on learning, right? This tells them that I have a desire to keep on learning, whether it's outside of school as well, right? So, also well. And then lastly, I just have my interests here. I just tell them I'm English, Somali, right? And what I'm interested, software engineering, app development, and virtual reality, right? Simple as is, right? Very simple resume, speaks logic, everything like that, right? Now, we're going to get into the last point here, talking about LinkedIn, right? Talking about how to connect with people, right? We live in certain places where You may not see a lot of professional developments, a lot of people not in the career, right? Not in what you want to be, right? You may not find it. So how do you find these? Well, there's apps like LinkedIn, right? Instagram is not the best. Snapchat's not the best for networking, professional development, because you don't know exactly what these people are. You don't know what they have, right? Now, LinkedIn for career development, you would look at, right, perfect. What do I want? You can literally see, right? Professional profile. You create a comprehensive and professional LinkedIn profile, right? This allows you to collaborate with others, to learn new people, right? If I'm a software engineer, I'm trying to get into the field and I need tips, right? I could go on there, look for software engineers at different companies, connect with them, ask them questions, talk with them, boom, 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 right? It allows you to show your job achievements, right? Showing these job achievements is not a matter of showing off. It's a matter of other people connecting with you, right? After they like if someone likes a photo, it shows up on their feed. Now on their feed, they can see this person, they can try to connect with you. And maybe they can even offer you a job. Oh, we see you've done this. We have a new position open. Would you like to come over and interview? Boom, that's how it works, right? This is how you use certain apps, right? There's a whole section of theirs for job searching, right? From the smallest jobs to retail jobs all the way to the biggest corporate jobs, right? It gets posted on there. It's a big company, right? It's bought out by Microsoft currently, but they operate as their own, right? Also from here, you can ask people for recommendations and endorsements, right? They can recommend you to certain jobs. They can send you, hey, they can comment under, hey, I think this guy is a good fit for it. Check out his profile. The recruiter may look at your profile. Oh, he is a good thing. Let me connect with him in this, right? That's how you do it, right? We're going to look at my LinkedIn real quick here. I have my name, right? Simple. I have in the back, right? Simple screen, not speaking volume, simple thing. I have a professional photo of me, who I am, right? Just a face, right? You don't want to have a body, right? Just a face so they know who you are. They can, right? Now, Mohamed Kassim, what I did? I was a former SWE intern, right? Some people usually put SWE intern. I'll show you guys someone else's, right? Or Alassian, right? I worked at these two companies. I'm a career prep fellow here, and I go to school here, right? It gives them a headline of who I am, just gives them a little understanding, right? Usually people add a little bio section here. I just didn't add anything, right? Right, I add my experience here. I was a head soccer coach. I was a soccer referee, software engineer intern, STEM instructor, software development engineer intern. Boom. I add my educations. Boom, when I'm graduating 2024. Boom, University of Washington, Seattle Central College, right? License certificates. You can also go in here and take some courses, right? I have 8 license certificates, right? I've also been endorsed, right? People said he's really good at front-end development and he's also good at HTML, right? There's other skills too that some people endorse. Boom, 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 right? Boom, right? It's simple as that. You may say, what is these connections, right? 1,177 connections, right? A lot of these people I talk to, right? They think a lot of people, I talk to them. There's some people that I reach out to, asking for them for like help, right? Asking them for job referrals, asking them for things, right? This is an effective way to just communicate, collaborate with people, right? Some people are not even from here, right? I know some people that are just like, you just look on here, most people are just not from all Seattle, right? They're just different people from all around, right? There's every single place. They're from different places, right? Different recruiters in here, different people in here, right? Just, they're all from everywhere, right? It's just great to have all renowned, right? Now on here, right, this guy, what he commented on comes up and pops up on mine, right? Netflix is hiring. It may tell me, oh, am I interested? If I'm not, you can scroll from it, right? What this person likes, what this person, it's just a really great app all around. It helps you become a better person. Well, that was that, right? This is just small point of career development. This is just to get you guys think of, right? This is not the ultimate thing, right? There's just steps to this, but these are the steps to start off, right? Having a resume, having LinkedIn, right? Understanding what career you want to go through, right? Researching these job things. Yeah, well, that was for today. And yeah, thank you guys for whoever came online and everyone else, yeah.